Get going.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Sebastian, former intern at DraftBid, now junior, and this is how I leveled up from intern to junior. So a little bit about me. If you don't recognize me already, I've been on Peter's Instagram story probably more than enough times. I was Peter's intern, and I am a 2019 Loyola University of Chicago alumni, and I'm a hobbyist photographer. I almost have 1 million views on Unsplash, so if you guys can all go to Unsplash and get me to 1 million views, that'd be awesome. I am DraftBid's office meme king, and I am the person of contact at DraftBid for Japanese culture. So my life at DraftBid started basically when I was getting tired of my dev shop job. And I needed more challenges in my life, so I decided, I should work with Peter. He is a really challenging guy to work with. Just kidding, Peter's awesome. And so my life as an intern was pretty relaxed. It wasn't too bad. I was building non-mission critical things such as small quality of life stuff like an icon picker modal. And my seniors were more forgiving, as you could see in the PRs. And then fast forward to May, I graduated with my bachelor's in software engineering and a minor in finance that I'll probably never use since software development's too awesome. And fun fact, the picture on the left was the only time you're technically allowed to drink on the quad, so rules broken. And then post-graduation, I went to Japan for a month with my best friends, and I geeked out about giant robots and anime. And then I had a lot of weird deers coming up to me, and for some reason, they were really, I don't know why. I guess the color green is looks like leaves to them, and they kept biting me that day, and it was very, very awkward. So snap back to reality. I started working DraftBid full-time in 2012, and let's just say I was thrown into a deep end. I remember Peter saying, you came at the worst possible time. And so we were getting ready to build out features for Y Combinator Demo Day. And so there's lots of new things to learn, lots of new things to learn, and things I have never used before at DraftBid. And so that's when imposter syndrome started settling in, and it was really scary. Also, my mom likes to call me a lot at work, so it was lots of conversations like, Mom, I don't think I should be here. This is scary. I need you to pick me up. But yeah, it worked out pretty well, I guess. And yeah, I had lots of times at DraftBid where I didn't really feel like I'm doing the right thing. Like, I always had this mind that I wanted to be a Twitch streamer for the longest time ever, but I guess DraftBid's pretty cool. But it's pretty awesome that DraftBid cares, and they were really supportive of me. Whenever I needed help, Peter was always there to jump in, or our other engineer, Donald, was there to jump in. And most importantly, DraftBid's cutting-edge technology, so we always move fast. We're always adopting the latest tech, and it's really hard to keep up with that. And college didn't really prepare me for the tech stack that we're currently using. My college education is basically C++, Java, a little bit Python for machine learning. And DraftBid's current tech stack is React powered by ReasonML and GraphQL, Apollo, and TypeORM on the back end. So not the easiest stuff, and pair that with some nested immutable data structures, it's not the easiest. So you can see why I was kind of nervous about working. And so the first couple days at DraftBid, I was trying to do the whole things like, I got this, I can do this, I don't need to ask for help. And yeah, that's when I needed a little bit of balance because I was taking way too much time on tasks. I remember just doing some simple UI treats, like trying to center a div was taking an hour to 2 hours, and it's not too good. So the first tip I have is to time box your task. And so you want to do this with your PM and peers who have been working with the product for longer, since they have a better understanding of the core structure, and they can help you gauge roughly how long this will take. And this helps with spending too much time on features. For example, if you're building something that users are not going to use that often, or just a small detail, you want to time box that to a small amount of time so you don't spend your entire day centering a div or something like that. And I personally like using the Google timer since it's the most annoying noise ever to humanity, and it's probably a great way. And then questions are the second tip I have. So there's no dumb questions, there's silly ones, but questions are a great way for both sides to learn. And one side, you have me, myself, learning about this tech stack or asking a question of how to do something. But on the other side, you have the I guess, an answerer, gain communication skills, and being able to explain their thoughts. So it's a learning opportunity on both sides. Also, starting as a junior, you're not expected to learn stuff. You're not expected to know a lot of things. So it kind of sets the bar low. So it's always good. So I wouldn't really worry about asking questions. And most importantly, school is never over. And that means homework is always available. So you always have to study up and keep on track of what's going on in the community and your framework and whatever tool you use. And my next tip is to surround yourself with coding. Like title up it says, you should read every day. And whether that be Medium articles, the Reason docs, or random NPM libraries, surrounding yourself with code will make you a better developer, and it will teach you a lot about the jargon. And once you surround yourself, you'll end up having great coding proficiency. I actually have this issue sometimes where I code before bed, and I get stuck in these weird nightmares, and it's always throwing me in a loop, and I can never get out of it. I wake up, I'm like, I'm out of it. Doesn't actually call somewhere. Another tip is, once you get thrown in the deep end, you just gotta keep swimming. And you're gonna make mistakes. However, you shouldn't feel bad about them. Your company knew what they were getting into when they hired you fresh out of high school or out of a boot camp, not high school, college, or a boot camp. So you should, they expect you to make mistakes. So you shouldn't feel bad if you make a mistake or not. Another tip is, you're gonna find some times where you're not believing in yourself. And if you can't believe in yourself, believe in a team that believes in you. Since they're the ones that hire you, they believe that you could do the task that they assigned you. So believe in them since they believe in you. Also, have fun. It's more important to have fun. This is your first job. You're not going to change the world. Well, maybe, hopefully you do, but you should try to. And it's always have fun and be yourself. That's the most important thing. No one likes to be a copycat, as I'm wearing all black, as Peter usually wears all black, but whatever. It's always important to be yourself, and I recommend just being yourself. I personally like adding emojis to my PRs because that adds a little style and it's a little more fun. And it's also your first job, and there's going to be many more before this. So it's always important to learn a lot. These last couple months of DraftBit, I've gained a lot of knowledge in Reason and GraphQL, TypeORM, and lots of other small things. Like just managing time is one of the most important things I learned. And then it's also important to keep in mind that your hobbies and passions are always going to be moving at a faster rate than your skills and talents. And you shouldn't be discouraged when you're not building an important feature in the application. Because bug fixes, bugs, and small improvements are also important. You can't use an app if it's buggy, so it's always important to keep that in mind. And yeah, that's my presentation.